Will the Reds fans see footballing heaven now that a winger is wearing number 7? And the record signing defender gets a lot of flack from a legend who claims he's no boss at the back. Have FSG gone loose in the lid with a reported 250 million quid bid? The good, the bad and the ugly of Liverpool FC, the weekly review podcast. Roll the intro, Jeff. Hello one and all, and welcome back to the LFC files, the good, the bad and the ugly of Liverpool FC for another weekly update. Remember, if you like the content, please like, subscribe, tell your friends, tell your family, and let's continue to grow the community. So thanks a lot for the continued support, and of course you can follow the blog on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter, and of course good old-fashioned www.thelfcfile.com. So without further ado, let's get into it with the good. So with it being off season, there's not really much to talk about, to be perfectly honest, other than transfers, of course, of which there's very little, but we'll come back to that later. I've singled out this week the good being Luis Diaz swapping his number 23 shirt for the infamous number 7. So the shirt which has been vacated by, of course, the departing James Milner, but in the past has been worn by, Steve Macmanaman was number 7, Ian Callaghan way back was number 7, Kevin Keegan was number 7, Peter Beardsley was number 7, and of course King Kenny Dalglish was number 7. So he's in illustrious company, and I'm fairly sure that he's going to live up to expectations. So nice development that. You can see the BBC, they've got the story here. So yes, that's a nice one. I'm looking forward to that. The bad. So for this we've got Virgil van Dijk, who came in for a little bit of, not a little bit, quite a lot of stick from Dutch international and former Chelsea player Ruud Gullit, as he was known in South London back in the day. And he basically says that Virgil van Dijk has been letting the Dutch side down because he's not displaying a lack of leadership at the back. A tad harsh. A report in the Mail went on to say, Ruud Gullit went on to say, I think Van Dijk and De Jong don't have leadership skills. Actually, I'm asking them for something they don't have. They need more attention to their own game. It's difficult for a coach to work without leaders on the pitch, and it's supposed to be that Van Dijk and De Jong should be those leaders. Heavy words indeed. Yeah, let's see. It's not completely unwarranted, as I say, but I think Van Dijk could probably expect a bit more support from his compatriot rather than a good bashing up. But let's see. Onwards and upwards, we move on to the ugly. And for this week's ugly, more far-fetched than ugly, we have this story with the Express, and they've mentioned that Liverpool are ready to pay a fortune for Real Madrid, to rival Real Madrid for the services of Kylian Mbappe. To be perfectly honest, I'm not convinced. The article goes on to say that it's the agent, I think, who is quoted from La Marca, the Spanish sports paper, and he's saying that Liverpool will bid around £258 million in order to get the services of the Frenchman. I struggle to see that, to be honest. He's probably worth that in the normal run of things, but considering he's got less than a year left on his contract, or he's entering the last year, I don't see many clubs as wanting to pay that kind of money, to be perfectly honest. Real Madrid seem to have more cash than sense, so it's not unforeseen. But yeah, it's a weird one. It would be nice. I can't imagine there's a Liverpool fan who wouldn't want to see Kylian Mbappe playing for the team. But all things considered, I really couldn't see FSG paying that kind of money, especially when there's maybe 2, 3, possibly 4 other players that need to come in. We've lost 4. There is a 4 in midfield. There is a need for a central defender. This is for sure, especially if Nathaniel Phillips goes, and of course a right back if Trent Alexander-Arnold, as many would hope, moves into midfield. So, I don't see this one. I think it's a bit of a red herring, and probably the agent wanting to get Real Madrid to get going. Not that they're daft enough to think that Liverpool are going to pay that kind of money. Just one bit of transfer speculation I've seen in the Mirror. Here's a headline here: Liverpool transfer roundup. Romeo Lavia starts clarified a swoop complicated by Arsenal. It's come to light that Liverpool are interested in the youngster. I think he's Belgian, and they bought him from Manchester City, I believe, last season. He will be a great buy for Liverpool, and he's someone that I mentioned specifically in the Game Week 38 review when Liverpool drew 4-4 last game of the season with Southampton. So yes, I will be very, very happy if this lad came to Liverpool. He's a great prospect, and you can have a look at the review somewhere up in the corner there. I think there's a little link to it. Great player. He's been quoted at 50 million. I think it's good money. It will be money well spent if Liverpool can get that over the line. So let's see what happens. Again, thanks for coming by. Remember, like, subscribe, tell your friends, tell your mates, tell your family, tell everyone, and let's continue to grow the community. Remember to follow the blog, of course, as well on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and of course www.thelfcfile.com. So until next week, thanks very much again. Stay safe, look after yourselves, enjoy the summer, and peace. Your LFC File.